Hi, welcome back to CrossTalk podcast. I'm Tomoya.
Hi, I'm Andrea.
Andrea-san, we got a message from a listener named Yuri-san this week.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Yuri-san.
Yeah, she says, I'm planning a trip to Italy and Spain during Golden Week to watch football matches. My wish is to make friends while traveling in Europe and stay in touch with them after I got home.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's really nice, actually.
It is, indeed.
It's a good goal.
Yes, and we want to talk about this, how to make overseas friends.
Okay, maybe my specialty. Maybe your specialty.
No, it's not. It's really tough to make our friends in the other countries, right?
It's difficult, but it's really rewarding, actually, if you can make it work. Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Okay.
So, Andrea-san,
Yes.
as an American,
Yes.
do you have friends from your travels that you still in touch with today?
Not from my travels. But from my study abroad period, yes, I have lots of friends who I'm in touch with often, actually. Yeah. But, I have to give you a disclaimer. When I was young and traveling, there wasn't social media and we didn't really have internet back then. So that seems crazy because it wasn't that long ago. But yeah, I think social media has really changed the game now.
Oh, yeah? Was it a game changer?
Yeah, it has been, yeah.
I don't use social media often. So I don't really connect with those people who I have met in other countries.
Okay.
I have checked the message box a while ago, and I got actually a message from one of a very good friend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and then he said, "Oh, how are you doing? I'm going to Tokyo this summer. Would you hang out with me?" or something that he said.
Oh, that's nice. Where is he from?
He's Germany.
Nice. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to Tokyo?
No, that was last year. So
Oh no. You did not go to Tokyo, did you?
I did not go to Tokyo.
You should have gone. You should have gone.
It's the time I checked this message, it was already like autumn or something. So
No.
I messaged him. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't check your message.
Oh no, you missed a good chance to hang out with your friend.
Yeah, we might have next chance.
I hope so. Yeah. You might have to go to Germany next time.
Yeah, that might be a plan.
Yeah.
If I can afford. So you were saying you use social media to keep in touch with those friends.
Yeah.
So, but how did you or would you make friends in other countries?
In the first place, like when you travel, if you are doing something interesting and there's another person there and you start chatting with them, then it's pretty easy nowadays to exchange, social media contacts. Like, oh, can I follow you on Instagram? Or can we exchange Instagrams? Or how can I message you? There's ways to keep in touch with people now that are pretty easy, where it's not like so personal, right? It's kind of a general message board or, a general social media app. It's not like a specific phone number only for you or, it feels a little safer, I think.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I think like going to, you have to go out, obviously. You have to be sightseeing and going to restaurants, going to, events and talk to people who are there at the same time as you are.
Okay, so you are saying you can make friends anywhere, anytime while traveling.
You could, actually, yeah, you could. I mean, I'm just thinking, like I said, when I traveled, I met people and we were friends at the time, but back in those days, we didn't have a way to keep in touch. There was no way to keep in touch with people. If we had social media back then, it would have been much easier to keep in touch, and I probably would still be in touch with many of them. Yeah.
If I are in other country, I wouldn't be so optimistic about talking to strangers.
Oh, this might be an American thing, though, because, I'm an American, and Americans are very chatty and very friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, not everyone, of course, but some of us, I'm pretty comfortable talking with anyone. So, yeah, I have no trouble, starting up a conversation and, asking questions and getting to know people. That's very easy for me to do. Yeah, not everyone is that way, but you have to, if you want to make friends, Yuri-san's goal is to make friends overseas, then you kind of need to push yourself out of your comfort zone, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if she plays football, but she have passion to watch these football games, right? So it's easy. It's a tool to talk to strangers, especially you visited this a sports bar.
Yeah, sports bar, like even the arena. You could make friends with the people sitting next to you or around you. If you wanted to.
True, but I feel like there's something matters even more. Especially you live in the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like, how can I keep in touch with those people?
I see. I mean, it is hard, honestly, because, for example, the last trip I took, I went to San Francisco, and I love dogs. And I was walking with my father and my son. We were looking at some historical area. And in that area, there was a big park. And there were lots of people walking dogs, and there were some beautiful dogs that I didn't know what kind of breed that was. So I stopped and I was talking to one of the ladies. I said, "Oh, your dog is beautiful. What kind of dog is this?" And she told me what kind. And so we were chatting about dogs. I mean, I could have, if I really wanted to, I could have exchanged information with her, but I didn't. I didn't. It was just a one-time, 5-minute conversation. You're not going to become deep friends with every single person you meet.
Right.
Even if they have your same interests, just because, we were only there for a few minutes in the park. We weren't there for hours on end. But with a football match, you're sitting in the stadium for, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe, if you're lucky. You could easily, get chatty with the people around you. So it really depends on the occasion. And how long you're there, and how much time you have to talk with people.
Yeah, it's much easier if you spend the more time with your stranger, a new person.
Yeah,
to become a friends.
Yeah, or for example, when I was much younger, I went to Austria, and I went together with my friend, and he had friends already in Austria. But we went out drinking one night with his friends and their friends. And so we were all drinking for hours and hours in this bar. We were chatting, even though I don't speak German at all and they didn't really speak English. We were chatting and having fun. I could have become friends with some of them if I had had social media or email address, something. But there's no way to get in touch with at the time there was no way to keep in touch with people. And at the time, I didn't speak any German. They barely spoke a tiny bit of English. But now we have AI. We have Google Translate and ChatGPT who can translate. So it'd be much easier to make friends now, I think.
And you are really good at keeping in touch with those new people on the social media.
Yeah.
Is that because of you sending a message to them quite frequently, or they sent you a message often? Or
it might be 50-50. It might be almost 50-50. Okay, recently, for example, I didn't travel. I was here. But a woman from Thailand came to visit this area. And I had seen her. I think she comes sometimes. She joined our Facebook page, which is for this local area. And I thought, okay, this is interesting. We have a traveler from Thailand. Okay, cool. Well, it turns out she's an artist. And she was asking, who wants to come and have coffee with me? Who wants to come and draw pictures with me? I'm an artist. I'm here for 1 day. Who wants to come and draw? And so I did text her, but I had to work, so I didn't go. I didn't meet her. The next year she came back, and I remembered, that's the lady who was drawing last year. So I got in touch with her, and I said, yeah, I can have coffee with you this time. So we met and had coffee, and now we exchange messages back and forth. And she's actually coming to Himeji this week, and I'm going to meet her again this week. So we've been in touch just online for a few years, but it's reciprocal. Like she sends a message, I send a message, or like she posts a picture of her painting and I comment, and then she texts back. It's 50-50 now.
50-50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and we are good friends, actually. Yeah. I mean, we don't talk about personal things, but we're good friends with art, about art.
Okay.
Art and travel.
Okay, that's good. And I've still wondered if I need to make an effort to sending message to a new person who I want to become a friend with. How often do I need to send a message to this person?
Not that often.
Okay.
Not that often. Yeah.
Just sometimes.
Yeah, just sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also look back who has become good friend with me.
Okay. What'd you find out?
Those people have a unique opinion.
Okay.
And they have unique personality.
Okay.
And also their lifestyle isn't normal.
Okay, like they have a kind of a unique pattern of living, or like what they're doing for work.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. That makes me wanted to become friends with them.
Okay.
But again, it's I'm not good at using social media, so I miss message sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like social media is a big key, because even like I mentioned at the beginning, I have a lot of friends from the days when I was doing study abroad here in Japan, and at the time we did not have email or social media, but we managed to keep in touch because, like, after I went back to America and after, they came back to Japan and stayed in Japan, then I came to Japan again. And then while I was here the second time, then kind of Facebook took off, and then later Instagram. But I was able to search for them and find them on Facebook, and like, not everyone, but I think of the group that we used to hang out with, 4, 5 of the 5 people, 6 people 7 people that I used to hang out with a lot, 8 people. I'm still in touch with like many of them, either through social media or sometimes Nengajo even. Because they're Japanese, so we do Nengajo. I wouldn't send a Nengajo to someone in Italy or Spain, but you could, you could.
That's why you have many friends and everywhere.
Yeah, but like I actively searched for them on Facebook, years later after we'd finished studying together. So I think nowadays Instagram and Line, but Line is not used outside of Japan and Korea. So if Yuri-san is going to Spain and Italy, maybe Instagram or WhatsApp. I don't know what's popular in Spain and Italy. They might have something else.
Right.
Actually. Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have to research, but worldwide, maybe Instagram is popular and Facebook. Yeah.
Yes. By the way, if you haven't checked it out yet, we've got our official CrossTalk website up and running.
That's right. And you guys can vote for future episodes and send in specific request topics from there, just like Yuri-san did. You can check it out right now at podcast.crosstalk.me. Jumping back to our topic, I know you were in Australia for a while, working holiday and, traveling around. Did you meet any people in Australia that you kept in touch with for a long time, besides the guy from Germany?
Oh, okay. My good friend from Australia is probably a former boss that I worked with.
Okay.
Maybe I have mentioned this person a few times in the past episodes.
Okay.
But I have messaged her last winter. I asked her, what's up? And then, I moved to Melbourne from Sydney. And
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did she move her business also?
No, she's just a regular worker.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe she quit her workplace.
Okay.
And I moved to Melbourne.
Okay.
And then maybe she got a job there. She also said I'm busy for raising my children. And then she have also mentioned I have a dream. I want to start my own cooking studio or something.
Wow, that's cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. So you do have friends, and that was how long ago? How long did you travel?
More than 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're still in touch. That's nice.
Yeah, just, a little bit.
Okay.
I have a few friends from overseas.
Okay. So what do you guys keep in touch with? Like what medium? So like Facebook, Instagram,
Oh, yeah,
email?
Facebook. Yes, Facebook.
Okay.
Most of them still use Facebook.
Okay.
Probably, I don't know. People are fading away from, this Facebook. But,
yeah, actually, yeah, they are.
but still, these people are using Facebook,
Yeah.
at least messengers.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's true. Like I have some friends who are not on Facebook, but they still use Messenger, which is good if you want to keep in touch with people. But
Since we got at this topic, and I kind of start thinking about, well, maybe it's time to restart using Facebook. It might be a good chance to make new friends.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
And polishing our friendship on the online.
Yeah, definitely. Why not?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I look at Facebook every day a little bit, but I'm not on it that much. But yeah, I am on Messenger. But the good thing about Facebook is that people post photos on there of their families or whatever they're doing. So it's a good way to kind of keep in touch without having like the stress of having to write a big letter. You can just kind of write a little comment or email or whatever.
True.
And that counts as
Right.
I know what that person's doing. I'm keeping in touch, right?
Yeah.
And they can see that you saw.
Yes. The one of the reason that I stopped using Facebook is because people posting like their lifestyle.
That's okay.
And it used to be like, oh, I made a company, and then the other person say, oh, we married and we have this fancy house, and and I've got a car, and then some of the people say like, oh, I did this, I did that,
Yeah,
feel like
I mean that's all social media. That's Instagram also. It's not just Facebook.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, I think you just think too much about it. I don't think about it that much. I just like, oh, pretty picture, nice. Keep going, keep scrolling. Oh, cute, nice. I don't think about it that much, honestly,
Okay.
because like I think we talked about this a while back. But when you look at social media, people only post good things. Of course, everyone has hardship. Everyone has really bad times. They're not going to post that.
Right.
They're not going to post about that. They're only going to post like, oh, look at this pretty flower. Oh, look at this happy thing I did. They're not going to post the depressing stuff. So I don't think about it in that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't let it bother you.
Okay. I won't be so negative about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my advice. Anyway.
I'll be careful about it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so actually, I have a few overseas friends in Germany, also Myanmar. So Europe, Asia completed.
Next
is America or
the Americas,
Americas
like
or
Canada, including Canada or Mexico.
Yes.
Okay.
and
Africa?
Africa, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you have to go there, You have to go there. Or they have to come here and you may have to meet in Japan.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dream, my tiny small dream.
To get a friend from each continent.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I have friends that I used to work with. I wasn't traveling, but I have friends in Australia, New Zealand. I used to have African friends. We kind of lost touch, actually.
Oh.
I used to have a pen pal in Africa.
Pen pal.
Yeah, so
okay.
you just write letters. Never met him in person though.
Yes.
Europe. I don't have any friends in Europe anymore. I need to go to Europe.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go with Yuri-san to Italy.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'll go find us some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, America, Canada, I have a lot of friends. South America. No, I have friends from there, but they're here in Japan, so that doesn't count, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hawaii, I have friends in Hawaii.
Okay.
Alaska.
Yeah, you have many friends around the world.
Yeah, I'm missing Africa too, and missing, what did I say? South America and Europe, Western Europe.
Yeah. So like you said, it's, if you live farther away from your friends, it's really difficult to keep in touch and maintain your friendship, right?
Yeah.
And that's natural things. You can avoid it.
True.
Right.
True.
So keep refreshing your friends list. That's
I mean, it entails like you having to go out and do stuff and meet people or travel, and I don't have the time at the moment to like travel to Africa or South America. But I mean, if I meet people here and who are traveling, definitely.
Yes.
Do you have any travel plans, by the way?
Oh, don't ask me about that.
Okay, I won't. Cut.
Because I don't have one yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of promised going Egypt with my friends in Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
I did.
When are you guys going?
I don't know. Maybe next year.
Okay.
Next year.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to Yokohama. You can go to Egypt.
I need to save money.
Yeah.
A lot of money, though.
Yeah, you do.
And I need to succeed my business. First. Anyway.
Yeah.
We don't know about future, but keep trying and keep pushing yourself, and then keep open your mind.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to talk to people. If they don't want to talk, they'll ignore you. They'll let you know. But you have to put yourself out there. You have to not be shy. You have to be outgoing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all for today's episode.
All right. Sounds good. We'd love to hear from you guys. Do you still keep in touch with anyone that you met while you were traveling? And if so, how do you do that? Is there a country where you'd love to make a new friend?
Head over to our website at podcast.crosstalk.me to share your travel friendship stories or drop a topic request for our next episode.
Okay, this is CrossTalk signing off, bringing you English your way every week.
Keep listening, keep shining.
Bye.